Hey everybody, welcome to my channel. If you're new, welcome back if you have seen my previous videos. Today I'm going to be telling you a story time. Yes, I have a story time for you guys. I have a little tea for you guys. So on my Instagram I did like a little poll and I asked you some topics of what video you wanted me to do next. And this one and another video was like neck and neck, so I'll do this one and then I'll do that in the video next. But those two videos were like the most people have wrote me asking me to do those videos. So this one won, and this is the time I almost got arrested going to a friend's birthday dinner. Yes. Stressful, right? It's actually a really funny story. I mean, at the time obviously it was not funny, but it was actually really funny. Like it's really stupid. It's like really, it's just stupid, and it really wasn't even my fault. But let's just get into the video so I can tell you about this random time. So I was young. I was probably about 15 when this happened. I was in high school. One of my cousin's friends that I became friends with, it was her birthday. Let's name her Asia. I don't know. So it was Asia's 16th birthday, I think. So yeah, my cousin and her are a year older than me, so I believe she was turning 16, because I want to say it was a milestone birthday, so I believe she was turning 16. Yeah, it wasn't 18 or nothing like that, because I would graduate. Yeah, it was 16. So back then, the thing to do for your birthday, well, New York City, was to go out to eat with your friends. So something should have told me, even from getting allowed to go was drama. So at the time I was living with my cousin in the Bronx, and yeah, I was living with my cousin in the Bronx. And I'm like, hey, it's my friend's birthday. She wants to go out to eat. Can I go? So of course, any parent, any guardian is gonna be like, who you going with? What time you going? Where y'all going? What time you coming back? How much money do you need? All of that, the rundown. So initially, we were supposed to go to New Rock. And if you are from New York or New York City, New Rock is in New Rochelle. Like I told you, I was living in the Bronx at the time, staying with my cousin. She lived in Harlem. 16 and 15-year-olds trying to find a way to New Rock at 8 o'clock. Lord. So at first she's like, how are y'all getting to New Rock? How is this about to go down? None of y'all drive. It's kind of late, so how y'all getting there? Y'all getting on the train, it's late kind of thing. What is going on? So she was like, I don't really know about that because you're 15. As grown as I thought I was. She's like, I don't really know about that. So obviously that fell through, because all of us trying to find a way to New Rock was just not gonna happen. Long story short, that just wasn't gonna happen. I don't know who we thought, what we thought, how we was about to play ourselves, but we was not going to nobody's New Rock at 8 o'clock at night trying to figure a way. No. So we ended up, most kids in New York, I feel at one time or another, when they was in high school or young, we went to 42nd Street and we went to BBQs on 42nd Street. And if you ever been to 42nd Street, it's a bunch of restaurants, a bunch of clothing stores. It's like the city that never sleeps type of vibe. It's lights everywhere. Things don't close until pretty late and stuff like that. There's like clubs down on 42nd Street and stuff like that. So yeah, we ended up going to BBQs on 42nd Street. Man, oh man. Oh wait, so let me bring it back. Let me bring it back because I almost forgot. So after we figured out we wasn't going to New Rock, we was like, you know, hanging out on her block, just trying to figure out like where we was gonna go and stuff. So we figured out where we was gonna go and stuff like that. Like I told my cousin, this is where we going. Like I'm gonna meet her, we gonna figure it out, I'll let you know. So went to go meet up with her on her block in Harlem. I'm not gonna say where and stuff, but I mean she don't live there no more, but still. We went to go meet up on her block. We hanging out trying to figure out what we gonna do. And like in any neighborhood, there's many blocks like this in Harlem and stuff like that. It's just one of those like hot blocks. Like it's always something going on in that block. It's always drama. It's always, you know, cops on the block. It's always somebody getting arrested, or it's just something always going on that particular block. And it's not that one only particular block in all of Harlem. Like it's plenty of neighborhoods and plenty of blocks and stuff like that just like it, but it's just one of those blocks that was like that. So the guys on her block, like, you know, she was cool. She lived there, she grew up there, so she knew people on the block. So the guys on her block was like, you know, where y'all going? Like, what y'all doing? You know, she's like, you know, it's my birthday, blah, 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 blah. So they decided they was gonna join us to go to 42nd Street for her birthday, to go out to eat. I already was to my cousin like, first of all, I don't know these dudes like that, you know. I'm not really trying to go with them anywhere. Like, I just already, as soon as I said they was going, I'm like, gut feeling, this don't feel right. But it's not my birthday, you know. She can invite whoever she want to invite. It's not even that she really invited them. They kind of just invited themselves. It was more of just like, if you want to come, I guess you could come. Like, I'm not stopping you, but I'm not inviting you either. Like, if you got money to come, then you can come or whatever. So we all, you know, hop on the train, go to 42nd Street, having a good old time, kikiing, you know, laughing it up. Happy birthday, girl. Ooh, ah, ah, you know, the whole bang. And then, so yeah, that's the part of the boys joining us. Rewind back to now, like when we say we're gonna go. So we get down to 42nd Street, we get on the train, we get down there. We have like a big group, so we take up 2 tables, like 2 booths. If you ever been, you know, if you from New York, and you know you ever been to 42nd Street BBQs, you know, like they have booths and stuff. So if you have large parties, they give you a large booth. So we had like 2 large booths. It was really a lot of us, like a good amount of us that we had to have 2 booths, you know what I'm saying? So she was at one table with, like, you know, some of her friends and like some of the boys, and then me and my cousin was at one table with some of the boys and like some other people, you know, we having a good time, vibing, eating, all of that good stuff. And then dun dun dun, you know, the end of the bill comes. Like, you know, the end of the night starts to come and the bill is coming. And before we even ordered anything, before we even like sat down, I said to my cousin, like, this is not gonna be okay. I was really trying to avoid sitting at the table with these boys. I'm not trying to be with the shenanigans. I'm not with the shit. Like, I'm not trying to be here for it. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I already was to my cousin, like, sis, I just have a bad feeling about this. I feel like, you know, they're gonna pull something. Like, she's just like, you know, I hope not. Like, I'm really not with that either. Like, I'm not trying to deal with that. So I just really hope not either. I'm not that big of a BBQ's fan. Like, I ate it way too much growing up living in New York. So when I got to like high school and up, I was not really trying to eat nobody's BBQs, to be honest. So I can't remember exactly what I got, but I know I got something very, very simple and something that was cheap. And I didn't get something that was cheap for the fact of like, I didn't have the money, because I had money. Like my parents and like I said, I was living with my cousin. My cousin gave me money to go. And like they always give me more than what I would need. One, because I have to get on the train. So just making sure, you know, anything can happen of getting on the train. You know, you make sure you have car fare. Making sure you have some extra money in your pocket just in case something happens, and you know, making sure you have food, like you can eat whatever you want to eat basically, and you have food in your pocket, and you go into somebody's birthday, so you know, making sure you have inclusion of tip and you know, all of that kind of stuff. So my parents gave me money. I'm gonna tell you how much they gave me. They probably gave me, I want to say I probably had like like $80 in my pocket. And maybe even a little more, because like, you know, I was doing stuff, I was earning money here and there from various different things, so I might have had even more money than that in my pocket. But I know I probably had like a good probably like $60-$80 in my pocket, and I want to say I had like $80 in my pocket. So I had to order like a burger or something like that, or like chicken tenders. It was something really simple, just for the fact that I knew I wasn't gonna like love it. So I knew like once we left there, I possibly was gonna be hungry and wanted to get something else. So I wasn't about to dish out mad money for a place that I wasn't gonna be like in love with, and possibly, you know, have to eat something else again when I get back to my block, to anywhere else. You know what I'm saying? It didn't matter where. So I got something really simple. Literally, my food probably came out to $20. Like, I'm not even gonna hold you. Like, I got something really simple. And BBQ's is relatively cheap place to eat, so it's like you can get something that's your home meal. And I didn't get no drink or nothing like that. Obviously, not like a drink, but like a soda or anything like that. Because I just was like, that's just not what I want from here. Like, so order food. I ordered like, you know, a burger or some chicken tenders or something, and these dudes was ordering some big up plates. Like, I don't even know how to describe it. Like, they was ordering like the biggest burgers. They was ordering shrimp and chicken combos, and steak and shrimp and chicken combos. They was ordering mad shit. Like, they was ordering mad stuff. They was ordering sodas. They was ordering whatever they wanted to order. They was just going crazy left and right. So of course I'm like, and I told them at first when I sat down, and I was like, y'all better not be ordering no crazy shit. Like, hello, don't, I'm not even with the shit. I made it like, I hope y'all not about to be going crazy. Like, and you know, of course they just, nah, I got it, I got you. Yeah, okay. So bill comes, see one or two slide out like, oh, I'm going to the bathroom. I'm like, oh no, here comes the shit. Here comes the shit. So one or two slide out. I'm like, oh my God, like, he better be coming back. I'm like, where's your friend? Like, where's he going? Because the bill was coming. So only I'm not about to slide out to the bathroom. Like, but you know, I can't control nobody. I can only control myself. They like, mad at them dip off. I'm like, I knew it. Like, I had a feeling that this wasn't gonna be good, and look, this is what happened. So they dip off. I put, you know, my little $20 down, or maybe a little $25, whatever, however much like my food was, plus a little tip and everything. My food. Everybody else put their food. We like, yo, it's a good chunk of the bill still missing. Okay, like I told you, they was ordering shrimp and chickens and all types of shit. Like, So I'm like, all right, you know what? At this point, like, they was gone. It was over. We found out they dipped. They ate and dined and dashed. So it was just over at this point. It was no reason to, like, not to say dwell, because I was pissed. But I ended up, like, giving mad money. Like, I ended up giving, like, the $60 extra on top of the $20 that I had. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I ended up giving, like, all my money. Everybody at the table pretty much, like, was, like, giving all their money so that we could try to pay this bill. Because we were sitting there for mad long trying to figure out how this bill was about to get paid, who we was calling, what was happening. So, you know, 42nd Street, nobody on 42nd Street be playing with you. And then, like, you know, chain corporation, no restaurant be trying to play with you after you just ate good at that. So the people, like, what's going on? Like, also, like, what happened to all these people? Like, what happened? So they was calling the cops. They was calling the cops. They was calling the cops. They called the cops. Oh shoot, it started raining, y'all. So it started raining outside, so sorry, I had to change locations. But where was I? Oh, so they called the cops. They wasn't calling the cops. They called the cops, and they was like, you know, like, y'all couldn't pay y'all bill. Y'all just ate good, and then y'all can't pay. Like, we gonna have to take y'all. Like, that's just, like, point blank period of how it was. So we all sitting there at first, like, really stuck, because we're like, dang, we 15 and 16 and maybe like 17, like, who's trying to get arrested? And especially on our friend's birthday at that. So we're like trying to fix and mend the situation. Like, nobody got no type of extra money. We can't call nobody. We was trying to call people. But at this time too, like, remembering, like, the beginning of the story, I was saying how we was going out at like 8 o'clock. By the time we really figured out that we was gonna go to BBQs, it probably had to be around like 9 o'clock. Like, we got there down there late. Like, it was pretty late. So by the time we was finished eating and stuff like that, it was probably like midnight. It was probably like midnight or even after midnight. So it was bad. They was calling the cops. They was like basically about to escort us out. It was like a small group of guys having dinner together, or just, you know, having drinks, whatever they was doing. And one of the guys saw that it was like, you know, a young group of girls, and we getting escorted out by the cops. And I mean, at this point it was kind of like a scene, because it was just a scene at this point, because we're like trying to figure out the people, you know, the people from BBQs is coming over to us, like, what's going on? Where's your friend? What happened to all these people? They done dipped out. So they already knew what time it was that they dined and ditched. So they already knew, like, how y'all about to pay for all this money? Like, I mean, all this food. So it was like a scene. So I'm guessing he was like preing what was going on from before, and like scoping out that certain things probably was going on. I'm not quite sure. But like, as the police was basically like escorting us out, he like stopped them and was like stopped and was like, I got it, like, I'm gonna pay for it. Whatever the rest of the bill is, like, I got it, I'm gonna just take care of it, I'm gonna pay for it. And we was like, thank you so much, oh my god. Like, we were so happy, because like, we really was almost about to get arrested for not being able to pay a bill. Like, dining and ditching is stealing. So, and for something that we didn't even do, like, we was all effing mad. Like, I was like, I'm never doing this again. Like, I'm listening to my gut. I'm not doing this again. That is crazy that a stranger had to pay for our bill, the rest of our bill, I should say. He did not know us from a hole in the wall. He was such a good Samaritan, and I really hope he had some good karma, you know, from that, because he really saved us big time. It was so embarrassing. It was so infuriating. Like, I just felt so dumb. So, like, I knew better, because I just had a feeling that this was already gonna happen from jump. Once these boys said that they was coming, and I was just looking at Asia like, sis, you know, but we was really young. Like I said, she was just turning like 16. I was like 15. We was young, dumb, and living, I guess you could say. You know, it's late. Like I said, it's probably after midnight now. We got to get on the train from 42nd Street to go all the way back uptown. I was living in the Bronx. I was living like deep in the Bronx, but still, like, I was living in the Bronx. I had to go to the Bronx back home, like, just mad. It was so funny though. Now that I look back on it, it's like so funny. Like, wow, how could I have been so stupid or like naive? I just somehow diffuse or eliminate that situation, you know what I'm saying? So it would have been like, I'm paying for my check, we're good on this little tab here, y'all gotta figure out the rest. Like, so it was just like, dang. And then it was also like, I felt bad for her because it's like, these are supposed to be quote unquote kind of like your friends, you know what I'm saying? Like, they're supposed to look at you like a little, they was a little older too, if I'm not mistaken. So it was like, this is supposed to be like your little sis or your sis, you know what I'm saying? And you doing her dirt like this, like, that's effed up. It was like, you should not hang out with them, you should not trust them no more. Like, side eye, you know what I'm saying? But that's my little story time. How I almost got arrested going to my friend's birthday dinner. I bet y'all thought y'all was messy. I bet y'all thought I did something. My sweet self. No, me? Never. That's my little story time. If you want other story times, let me know how you liked this one. This was fun. This is like a little funny story, you know, it wasn't anything serious. Yeah, so let me know how you liked this video. Give this video a thumbs up, comment down below if you liked it and if I should do any other story times. And also do not forget to subscribe to my channel, and why not turn on your post notifications if you would like, so you know the next time I post next. So thank you for watching, and until next time, later guys. Today we have a Ryder update. Say hey mama.